Good afternoon, it's Karen from Stitches and Jacks, and welcome one and all. Welcome all my lovely returning viewers. Thank you for your lovely comments, for how well my June plans video was welcomed. Yeah, thank you, that was really lovely, really lovely. And for the Ukrainian winners, yeah, the update, so thank you very much for that. So I thought I would come back on today and just see, is that too, oh, is that too low? Too high rather. Is that a bit better? I was getting very conscious being on here. So yes, you see me on a Monday afternoon in a hot and sunny afternoon in the northwest, and it is currently the, I think, is it the 19th? Is it the 19th? It was Father's Day yesterday. Yeah, Father's Day yesterday. So I thought that through June I would put 2 or 3 videos up. One showing like my plans and kind of projects that I wanted to do, and a bit of a chat about yeah, trying to slow down over the summer and enjoy the, you know, the slowness, and just to sort of take your foot off the wheel. So I was showing you some projects. So I put another little video together for you to watch, which I hope you enjoy. I do hope you enjoy, and it's a little bit different in the sense of there's some filming, and I don't think I'm talking to camera at all, but it's showing like the progress on some projects. And I can't remember the order that I've put it all in. I'll come back, watch that now, and then I'll come back and I'll chat to you, and we can have a catch up, and I'll show you where I am now, if that's okay. See you later. Enjoy. Oh, hello. Just sitting in the garden. It's been fairly quiet here. I can just hear the traffic just starting up. One more. Oh, I just thought I'd share something. I've got a new tablet for my hay fever. My daughter found these for me. Her boss had tried them, and it's this, I'm not going to try and pronounce it, but it's this that is in the prescription hay fever medication. Oh, now start. I was okay, now started. I'm going to have a runny nose. You can get it in Wilkinson's in the UK and Asda. That's Bronte barking at the cars as they're going past. I've got a little bug on my knitting. And I've just ordered my next packet from Amazon, so they're going to be here in a few days, and I can actually feel a difference. It hasn't relieved all my symptoms. My hay fever is I suffer it's very heavy, but her boss doesn't have it. I don't think she's ever had it. She tried those, tried a few things. That was one of the last ones she tried. Oh. Must be time to do the school run. So it might be worth having a look at that. So I've just been sitting here, picked up my shawl again. I made a decision, and I've made a decision based on the size of the shawl. I want to knit both of them, and I've gone for the Golden Harvest. Look at that, is that beautiful? And that's who it's by. And it's 4 ply, and it's knitted in a merino. And before I show it to you, let me just read, if I can, about the traffic making such a noise. Oh, there's Bronte barking. She gets really cross when the cars go past because this is her garden. So it says it's meditative yet engaging. The Golden Harvest shawl hits the sweet spot for enjoyable knitting. Alternating garter stitch and simple lace, you work Golden Harvest on the bias with increases on one edge and decreases on the other. The result is a chick parallelogram shape with tapered ends. The lace is easy to memorise after a few repeats and is sequenced by blocks of pure garter stitch bliss. Slow down, relax and enjoy the process. So I think this is out my stash, yay! And it's, I'm sure it's Rowan 4-ply merino silk. I'll have to get the ball band and I'll show you. I haven't got it with me, but this is where I've got up to at the moment. Whoops! Oh, I thought cut it on a long cable. I thought I'd just pulled all the stitches off. There we are. Oh, look at that. That looks, yes, that looks good. I can say so myself, I think. The only thing with lace, it's anybody that knits lace out there, it doesn't look much until you've actually blocked it. I'll do a close-up. I just wanted something that was I could throw around my shoulders, and just like if we went out I could roll up, put it in my bag, and if we went out for the evening or went to somebody's house, we were sitting in the garden, says she, I don't sit in the garden, but I could just sort of put something across my shoulders, and I wanted it to be is it a utility piece? A piece that goes with a lot of my wardrobe without matching exactly. Yeah, and I think this has, I'm going to go inside. I think this has hit the spot. Yeah, I think this has hit the spot. So this is where I'm up to. So hopefully I'll come back and show you where I am by the end of June. I'm not sure whether I'll finish it by the end of June, but I'm enjoying the process. So yeah, so I'm going to go in. There's something flying around. Oh my word, the traffic, the dogs. I'll see you later. Hello. I'm in my daughter's bedroom where my yarn stash is stored. I was about to say hidden, but it's stored. Many of you will have been in the wardrobe and seen where it is. I have seen over the last year, I don't think as long as 18 months, but I've been conscious of blankets that look like quilts. And if any of you have followed me from, I think, May, I'm a bit obsessed with quilts. So I've got a sampler quilt that I should have started pre-pandemic, and I was too scared to cut into my fabrics. I was just making blocks. So I was brave enough to cut into a fabric, and oh my word, have I kind of gone down a rabbit hole. I can't stop making blocks. But I've seen, crochet blocks that look like a quilt, and knitted blocks, I think knitted, that look like a kind of quilt. I think it started in March and finished in May, the Coronation blanket made by Anita. And yeah, I'm very proud of it. So we had a knit in public day on Saturday, which was just so much fun. So I'm in the process of editing it. It'll be a little surprise for you. You're just like, I don't know, as if you came with me, as if you were looking over my shoulder kind of thing. Or we were linked arms and we were skipping down the street. Yeah, perhaps that's a step too far. So I enjoyed the process. I enjoyed the videos that accompanied the blanket and the pattern. And I like her style, so I went on and had a look. And there is a blanket called the Memento blanket. I think this run last year, passed me by. It's a free pattern. And for each month there is a new block. Oh, look at that. So evidently it starts in February. I don't know why it starts in February. Maybe it was a chance for everybody to finish their sort of Christmas knits, maybe. I don't know. But it's beautiful. Look at that. So you have to go on, print this one off, and it gives you sort of the instructions. Yeah, I think I'm okay to show you this, like a solid granny square. Oh, excuse me. I'll try and edit that bit out. So I've got this bit, and I think I showed you this on my two legs. So this is a sunflower, and this is block 6. And I think I'm just going to start this because I'm still in a bit of a, yeah, sunflower Ukrainian phase. So she gives you this. Then she gives you some blurb. Then she gives you this. Show that. And then she gives you this one. Oh, so there's not a. There was one had a. What am I trying to say? Like a plain. I suppose so you could colour your own pictures in. I'm sure I'll sit like that. So I think she has. Let me have a look. Yeah, so she's done that one. So she has some white in it, or off-white. I think at the moment I prefer this. So I was going to choose some colours and then have a go. Just bear with me. I need to go and blow my nose now. Sorry about that. My word. So you could, if you're patchworking, you could just do one central block, and then you could add all the half square triangles onto there. And I'm not sure whether, let's go back to her picture, she's sort of done a mix match. I'm not sure whether that quite works for me, and I don't know why. I like it, but it's not quite sitting right with me. Whether it's because with fabric it's flat and this is more textured, I don't know. But I have, and I'm going to have a go at this, and I'm going to make it in Stylecraft, and I think it was in Hayfield Bonus. Let me just check that detail, I don't mislead anybody. I think she just used her scraps. Okay. Yeah, I think she just used her scraps, I'm assuming, like a DK weight. But something like this, you could make it in whatever weight of yarn you wanted, whether it would be, I don't know, 4-ply DK Aran, it would just come up bigger. But as long as you're consistent and use the same weight yarn, it doesn't matter. So I've picked out this one. I did go and buy some. So this is dark brown, so I don't know whether that was going to be too flat. And then I was looking at the Highland Heather, and that's marmalade. That's a very dark marmalade. Whether to do perhaps the two of them together. The reason I'm put off in having two colours in the centre is because the centre of the sunflower is one single colour. So I've got that so far, and then I was going to do, I like a deep sunflower. So I have this, which I think is a bit of leftover. So this is dandelion. So I thought that would be nice with those two colours. can't hold my balls. There we are. So I've got those, and then I need a couple of different balls, different colour balls, different blues. So I've chosen these blues. This is denim, which is lovely. This is, what's this? Oh, this is Aster. Okay. And oh, this is Cornish blue. Look at that, isn't that lovely? That's a bit darker. And then we've got cloud blue. So I'm wondering whether, yeah, I think I've made a choice. Whether I go for cloud blue or whether I go for Aster. That might be quite nice, mightn't it? Because I don't know if there's enough of a contrast between those two. Or I don't know, maybe that's, no. I think that, I'm going to go for that. Is that too much for contrast? No, I'm going to give it a go. So that's those, and then I need, yeah, she's got a bit, jury's out on, no, that's not, I think I'm going to go with those colours. That's my combination so far at the moment for my blanket, for the sunflower block. So what I'm going to do is, because I want the blanket, but if I was trying to start it now, I know what's going to happen. What's going to happen is going to be is the same as it was last year, is that I would just go off at a tangent, and then I'll end up having like a load of things to finish. Whereas if I say to myself, right, I'm just going to do this block, that I'll scratch that need, and I'll put it away, and then I can get it out the next month. So yeah, so watch this space. So I'll come back and show you how I got on. Hello, thanks for popping in. I thought I'd come and chat to you about the sunshine and showers blankets that I'm currently working on. Started it last year, very much as an impulse project. I just saw it, thought it was so beautiful. I think it had been revamped last year and was going to be a monthly, like sort of make along, no pressure, and it was supposed to be a blanket with all different crochet stitches by Janie Crowfoot. And I'm just stretching the piece out as I'm talking to you. And have I said that it was supposed to be updated, like new colourway? I think originally it was in a crochet magazine as a make along, and then she was able to re-release it. And I fell in love with a blanket, and I'd always wanted to make a blanket with lots of different stitches in it. So I did month 1, month 2, and then I might have just started 1 or 2 rows of month 3, and then I put it away with everything else that sort of came along. So then I decided, right, okay, I want to have a bit of a slower time in June, July and August, enjoy the summer and have life at a bit of a slower pace, because sometimes I can just go full pelt, which is a lot of the time. So this is the blanket so far. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to, yeah, I think I'm allowed to show you this bit. So that's what we were supposed to be working on this month. So I think we were up to there when I picked it up. Or were we up to there, I think. It's all Stylecraft. You can buy the pattern on Jenny Crowfoot's website and Ravelry, I think. I think you can buy it as a whole or buy it as individual months if you wanted to. So this is my first piece. My understanding is you're working on the blanket in 2 halves, and then eventually you're going to join it together, and I don't know how you're going to do that. So this is what I've made. And it's not difficult at all. And I think there might be a video to go with it if you've bought the pattern. So yes. So this is still not straight, which would have worried me if I hadn't have already made the coronation blanket made by Anita, because sometimes you get a wave and then by the time you put the next couple of rows on, it just straightens it out. So I'm assuming that's what's going to happen with this. But there's also another factor. There's these stitches here which are quite lots of double crochet from here to the green. And I hadn't read the pattern properly. As it said, to change your needle size. I just thought it was a 4, and it's evidently to use a 4.5. So I have one. It's a bit grubby, a bit, I don't know whether to show you or not. So I don't think, will the camera show you the grubbiness? Oh, yeah, look, you see. I think it was just a cheap set off of Amazon, where you got a whole variety of sizes. It just seemed to be really big, and I appreciate that with crochet, it's how you hold them, it's different. So when I went to Modern Yarn on Saturday, I treated myself to a clover and a more crochet hook, yeah, 4.5. And I've been using that, and that just it's just softer, I think. Is it softer? Oh no, that's softer. That's like, feels like having a bit of hard blue tack. So I'm not selling that hook, am I? So yeah, that's better. So I felt that my blanket was just going in a little bit. So and I've not sewn my ends in. So yeah, look, you can see it's gone in, it's shrunk. Sorry, it's gone in, shrunk. And is that, yeah, this is the front of the blanket. Let's pull all those ends out, pretend they're not there. So it has gone in. So I thought, right, okay, what I'll do is I'll start on my second piece, and I'll use the proper hook. So there's hardly anything to see, but we've changed colour 3 times. Oh, I've attached. About to go on the next colour. So we've got fondant, spice, and storm. So you can see those. I've still got the ends that I haven't sewn in yet, but I think if I'm going to be able to show you, yeah, that's not going in. That's standing straight. Same as on this side. That's standing straight as well. That seems to be going in a bit, but I'm not going to worry too much of that. And I'll just compare when I've finished. I'll just compare. Sorry. When I've finished, I'll just compare and see where we are. And I'd like to get these two pieces finished by the end of June. So we will see. Watch this space. I'll speak to you later. Oh, right. I hope you enjoyed what you just saw. Because sometimes I enjoy seeing the progress on a project, as well as seeing like the excitement at the beginning of a project and the end result. I love seeing the end result, but I also like to see if you're making like a big project, just to see sort of how it's all coming together. So I made a decision about my shawl, and I stuck to my original thought in as much as I wanted it to be workable within my wardrobe. So I ended up going for the Golden Harvest by, is it Janine? I don't know how to pronounce her surname, but this is the one I went for. And I'm really pleased. I've used Stash, so yay! Polish the halo. And I've used a Rowan 4-ply, Rowan 4-ply merino. And I haven't brought the ball band up. That's really bad, isn't it? So it is a parallelogram shawl. So I was like, right, okay, let's just see how many rows I have to do. Let's divide it. I sometimes do that with a project, work out like time my, like this is a knitting project, so I would time my knitting and work out how many rows I have to do. And this is a bit of a process product knit because I want it to go in my wardrobe, but I think the product was taken over. So I did all my math calculations, how many rows. So I started, undid it, started again because I thought, oh, you're just tired, just do it again. And I was like, oh my word, well, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the pattern. When I look at a pattern, I always look at the abbreviations, and I think if I understand all the abbreviations, then I can knit it. That's what's going on in my head. So I sat down for the third time. I thought, right, come on, just do it, but forget how many rows you've got to do each day. Just sit and enjoy it. So on the third attempt, it was okay. But saying that, last night, I think it's because we'd had everybody here, I sat down, I went to bed. Well, I went and laid on the bed because it was too hot. And then for some reason I went wrong, whether it's because I was too busy like thinking of the lovely day we'd had like with our kids. my husband and I tend to sit, he sits at one end, I sit at the other, and it's just how it's happened. It hasn't been a natural choice, but he came and sat next to me last night, and our kids were there, and they had their partners, and all of them have got children now, all of them are parents. And I just said to him, you know, when you have that moment that you just like, wow, and if you don't take that in, don't take that breath, I said to him, just look, I said, we've created all this. Yeah, and we're just so lucky. We've got the best children and the best partners of our children and the best grandchildren. Did you know that? When you just count your blessings, I was like, oh my word. And even my husband was, when I said that, he just sort of looked around the table and he said, yeah, it was just really nice, really nice. And I think also because it was a bit impromptu, we hadn't really planned anything for Father's Day. We were like, yeah, come on over. I kind of said a picnic, and then when we said a barbecue, they were like, yeah, we're there. So I digress. You're not here to listen to me, I don't know, mumbling on about, how fortunate I am. But come see my shawl. Ta-da! Crumbs, look. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my word, look at this. It's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So it's going to be really long. I think without giving anything away, this is a little bit of a giveaway. I think you have to repeat the pattern 11 times. I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm 6. I'm nearly halfway through. I think also if you haven't, this is lace, heavily lace and garter stitch. If you haven't knitted lace for a little while, I think it takes you a little bit to get into the routine. No, not routine. To get into the rhythm. To get into the flow. So I really feel that I'm in the flow now. And I was at church yesterday, and there was a lady there who doesn't really, she doesn't wear a dress. She normally wears like trousers and a top, but she wore, it was quite a long one. Like I wear fairly long ones, only because I'm 5'2", and we were both like twirling the pair of us. And yeah, I'm looking forward to having this shawl and just having it round. Yeah, so I've made the right choice this time, and I certainly want to do the other shawl, but I want to make it in the winter because it takes a lot more yarn. It's a lot bigger. So that was that. What else? Oh, let me show you. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to show you, but I'd started with the Memento blanket made by Anita. And I think I've got, I did, I think I spoke to you about my colour choices and the design. I think perhaps I need to stop, put this on the floor, and I can show you better. Otherwise it's just going to slide. Right, hopefully you've got a good enough view. This, I think, is open to interpretation because it was, Anita actually made this using her scraps. So, and being a quilter, I like that. I've sort of put my own spin on it. So I'm really happy. I am using Stylecraft DK. And I wanted the sunflower to really just pop out. And it's reminded me of like a sampler quilt. So now I've got to join all these together, and then I'll have to do the border round for my block for June. So yeah, so I'm really happy with that. So I'll put a picture in now and you'll be able to see that as well. Well, that was a bit much, getting down on the floor and getting up again. My next project is crochet. I'm really into crochet this time. So I'm working on the mystical lanterns. I'm not going to go on about it too much because most crocheters will recognise that this is a Jenny Crow pattern. And like most people that buy blanket packs, they either go into the cupboard or wardrobe storage, whatever, for a rest, and then they come out and yeah, make an appearance every so often. So when I went to the Knitting Public Day, when I went to Modern Yarn, I bought some of these to do my lanterns on. So I have a whole row waiting. Look at this. Yeah, whole row waiting to be put on. Oh wow. Just loving these. And a bit hickledy-pickledy because I just threw them in the bag to bring them upstairs. So that's one row. And then I think when I showed you at the beginning of the month, I had 3 rows. Where am I going? This is the top. So I now have 4 rows. Oh my word, look at that. Yay. Hopefully YouTube will try that as a thumbnail, but I doubt it. I always look dreadful. Oh my word, look at these. I'm in love with it again. I'm in love with this again. And I'm going to finish it now. Yeah, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need to get another row done before the end of the month. So if I try and do, 30 rows, that's basically 3 rows. And that's not too hard. I've got a rhythm going now. And again, I can't really tell you because it's part of the pattern. But I am, some of it I will say to you. See that picture there? I'm actually going to make those and put that in my blanket. And then I'll do, with the other ones, do what the pattern says. Oh, it's like being a bit of a rebel for me. I found this bit. It's not difficult, it's just awkward. Not awkward, it isn't awkward. It's just I'm cat-handed. So that takes me a while to do that. Because you have to sew, this is the back of the work, and you have to sew one lantern to the other, get them laid out, which I did. And then I pinned them. And I can see there's a difference between the first 3 rows and the 4th row, but I'm not worrying about it. I'm not worrying about it because I'm hoping with washing, blocking, it will be okay. I am super critical of my work, and I don't think anybody will say, "Oh, you got a wonky lantern, Karen." So that was that, and then my next project, oh yes, was the Sunshine and Showers blanket. I might have been calling it something else. Oh, Sunshine and Flowers, I think. Look at this. I don't know if this is Jenny Crowfoot's like front room, but couldn't you just like pop round for a nice cup of herbal tea and just sort of sit on that couch and pull some yarn up and just, think, oh, I'll crochet a row or 2. Oh my word, it's just so lovely. Look at that. And I think because I put it away and I didn't have comprehensive notes, I didn't realise that I should have perhaps used a bigger needle. Let's see where I am. Sorry, not bigger needle, bigger hook, but you know what I mean. So I found that it's pulling in a bit there. And when I was doing, oh my word, look at that. All those ends. When I was making the coronation blanket, that's when it twigged. So it's taken a long while for things to just get in my brain with crochet. But look, isn't that beautiful? So this piece is finished. It's supposed to make it in 2 parts. Yes. So I finished blanket piece 1. So that's 3 parts. I'm only intending to do this one piece a month as it was originally, and I think that way at least we're free to do other things, but at the end I'm going to get my blanket. So the difference is I've changed my hook on this piece, and you can see that is a lot straighter. It hasn't come in. So yeah, reading the pattern's amazing. So I've just got the orangey bits and the turquoise to do, I think, but I'm really liking it. I had this dream of having like a pile of blankets in my office downstairs. We will see. So yeah, all the blankets are on the go. And then quilting. I'm not going to show you everything. But, oh, right, let me just get my book out and I can tell you what they're called. I know the first one's called Card Trick. Let's have a look. Oh, I've got Card Trick and Strip Rail. That's the 40. Let's have a look. I should have marked my book before I come up, sorry. I just wanted to see if there was a bit of history that I could share with you, but there isn't at the moment. Right, okay, so Card Trick and okay. So this is Card Trick, which I really like that block, so I'm looking forward to quilting that as well. And then the second block is called Strip Rail. Can you see that? I'm just trying to use up as much of the fabric as I possibly can. Yeah. Oh yeah. Really like that. That was easy to do. Really easy to do. Oh, let's see if I can put it back on my ladder without it all falling off. Yes, okay. So I'm very pleased. Yeah, very pleased with my progress. I'm pleased that I'm focusing on some older projects. That's the two crochets, the Mystical Lanterns and the Sunshine and Showers. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to say goodbye, and you're probably going to get another couple of videos pretty soon. And yeah, we can be together again. So I hope that you are having a really lovely summer with whatever you're doing. Those new tablets I've been taking for my hay fever, oh my word, it really, yeah, made a difference. So hopefully you, if you're suffering as I have been, or as a lot of people have been, yeah, they might do you some good. So go and have a look. I ordered mine on Amazon, so they arrived yeah, within a few days. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say. I'll leave it there because I don't want this to be too long. I'm hoping it's going to be under an hour. Under 45 would be really good. But yeah, once crafters get talking, they can just waffle on about their crafts. So I'll say goodbye. Stay safe. Make sure you put your sun cream on. Says she. Yeah, that was sports day, and I thought it was in the shade. So yes, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye my lovies. Bye.